Hello, good afternoon everybody. Little bit early today, but I'm sat here, so I thought why not press the go live button, and here we are. Megan was first in on YouTube, hello, and Carol Medaisy, hello Joe, Karen, Holly and Liz, Sue, Jennifer, Angela, Kate. Finally got into a live again. Welcome back again, Kate. Hello Mandy on Facebook, Helen, Wendy, hello. Lovely and sunny in Cornwall. It's very nice here too. Ruby, Coco. That got them going. No bobbing today, she's in the house, and we've got some of the Kim's here with Vienna, and we have some of our neighbours' children that come round and play with us, so they're all baking in the kitchen at the moment, so Bobbin is sitting there drooling at the end of the counter, so we're not going to see her today. Hello Rosina, Pat, Sally, sorry if I've missed anybody. Sue, Sharon, Diane, Judy on Facebook, Shelley, Petty in Michigan, oh hello, and Judy on YouTube, Bridget, hello, hello Brian, and Patrice, lovely sunny day, she said. The little jacket, Megan, it's gorgeous, and this has just gone on to Kim's blog. Whoops, oh, shouldn't have done that. It's beautiful. And actually, I'll put some pictures of Vienna wearing it on my Facebook page because it's just gorgeous. It looks a lot nicer on than it does there. But that's Kim's new fabric, as is this Kim's new fabric, which is launching on Create and Craft on Sunday morning. We are expecting the fabric in any time now, so if you have placed a pre-order, we're going to get the pre-order sent out first of all, so that's really exciting. I'm more excited for Kim's fabric than I am for any of my own. So this is Forest Journal. It's a 5-piece collection, and the fabric that you see here hasn't been pieced together. That's as it is. It's a patchwork piece of fabric. It's beautiful, but we've got lots of samples to show. It's really exciting. So you can pre-order on the website right now, or we will be launching at 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, this Sunday, on Create and Craft. And hi Lisa. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's lots of samples, lots of different things that we've made with it as well, so that's really nice. The stocking download, Megan, actually we're just talking about that because we forgot to do it. I did say I was going to do a stocking download, drawing it all up and everything. Kim's digitized it, not done it yet, but that won't be too long, sorry about that. Hello Janet in Nashville, Tennessee. Hello Jane. Joe's got a pink parcel, lovely. Renee's in Nevada, hello to you. But the jacket is actually we do have the pattern on the website. It's a gilet, and the directions or the instructions for making it are on Kim's blog, which is what Kimberly makes, whatkimberlymakes.com, and that will be on Craft Cotton's blog as well next week too. Right, hello Joan, Sarah, hello. COVID sick bed. Oh, I hope you get over that soon. It's not nice, is it? Hi Sarah. Can't wait for Kim's fabric to arrive. No, she won't be with me on the telly. She's busy on Sunday, so it'll just be me. Took the kids to the zoo. Yes, Lisa. Thank you. Hello, Julie in California. She has done a little video clip that we're going to play in though, and she'll put that on YouTube as well, just telling you all about the fabric and how she chose it and showing you some little videos of different things she's made. Hello Diane in Massachusetts. Robbie's in Dundee in Scotland, hello to you. Notification parcel, it's on its way. Teresa, yes. Been busy today. We've had so many orders this week, it's been ridiculous. Oh, we have new fabrics. Now we're going to be talking today. Oh, Jane, hopefully it won't be too long. We're expecting it tomorrow or the day after. So the pre-orders will go out as soon as we get them in, and then it'll probably be on the website on Monday. Today we're going to talk about rotary cutters, rulers and mats. Now I know we've done this before, so please ask if there's anything that you want me to show you that I haven't covered previously, because we did cutting on a 45-degree line and making bias binding and cutting on the fold, so I just thought we'd go over how the rulers and the rotary cutters and the mats work. I wasn't going to show you just yet, but I will. I use a 45mm rotary cutter. This is the one that I use. We have them on the website. I've always used one and I just like it. This is a 45 millimeter rotary cutter, slightly different in design, and there is a, how big is that, 6.5 inch square ruler and the cutting mat. We've only got this one left, so if you want all three, and I would highly recommend, I think I love Olfa, anything Olfa, I use Olfa a lot, but we've only got one left, so have a look on the website and look, just put Olfa in and it'll come up with all of the rulers and the rotary cutters and everything else that we have for you. But that's a one-off. If you want that, I would be quick. Hi Alison. It is Jane, isn't it? It's a lovely gilet. Is what still going, Eve? I missed that one. Barbara's calling from Wisconsin. Hello to you too. Page is a picture. YouTube, I'm on. Pages of a picture. Is this still? Well, are we still? We're still alive, if that's what you mean. Don't know. Don't know what you meant there. Sorry. Yarn over Fee. Hello, Fiona. New here. Hello. Welcome along. Like to hear from new people as well. Kim's here as well. And Dawn's Washington State woke up to some patches of snow this morning. Really? We're still in full-on autumn, sunny skies, bit of rain and golden leaves on the floor. Saying to Kim today, because we've been down to the office all day today, only just got back, and just driving back through the country lanes and all you see is reds and golds and oranges. It's just wonderful colours this time of year. Yeah, sorry I didn't finish it, Laura. I didn't take any ribbon with me. But I think we got the gist. Thanks for the idea. It filled up the hour. Hello, Rose in South Carolina. Megan says, "Oh, thank you for doing that." Now, we do have some new fabrics on the website. So before we get into our rotary cutters, rulers, and mats, let's have a look at some new fabrics. Oh, Vanessa loves autumn too. It's not my favourite weather-wise, because I am a summer kind of girl, but it's my favourite colour-wise of all of the 4 seasons. Anyway, let's have a look. New fabrics we have on the website. It's got to be done on a Wednesday, hasn't it? So this one is magnolia leaves, and I think some of these are actually magnolia buds. Is that, I'm teasing you, isn't that just stunning, the way that the colours have been graded and faded, and a little bit of blues and teals and greens. I just think that is so fresh looking, and actually a nod towards the season, I have to say. 114 centimetres wide, 110 centimetres wide, and these are by the half metre. So if you order more than half a metre, then you're going to get them all joined up together. Now, all of the fabrics that I'm showing you here are limited, which means that what we've ordered is all we can get, and that's it. There will be no reorders. We can't order any more of these. It's kind of the end of the line for us with these. So they are brand new, but we don't have massive amounts. So if you want it, order it quickly, I would say. But that I think is beautiful. I like the size of the leaves as well. You can see there. They're not too big. So if you're making a smaller project, like a little makeup bag or something, you're not going to lose any of the designs. I think that's beautiful. Then we have a bit of a collection going on with the next ones. Let me just fold that neatly out of the way. And who likes cats? Are you a dog or a cat person? Personally, I like both, and rats. Oh, we went to a dinosaur place with the grandchildren. So Kim was there with Vienna, and Alex was there with Finn and Beatrix and me. And they had a little enclosure with like pets. So there were rabbits, there were chickens, and there were rats, and they were black. They were beautiful. Love rats. They were so cute because they're very intelligent and they're very clean, apparently, as well. I didn't realise that when I was little. My sister told me this a few weeks ago. We used to have a pet rat, but it was before I got to the age where I could remember anything, you know, under 5. But we used to have a pet rat. Yeah, probably called Ratty or something. Anyway, we're talking cats. And these remind me, you know, of 1950s TV sets. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what it looks like. very retro. Love the style and the design of the cats as well. And even this is like very old-fashioned TV stuff, isn't it? Love that design. I can't remember what they're called, but if you have a look on the website under the new arrivals, you'll just see it there. It's only gone on today. Oh, Joe had a pet. It is Joe, isn't it, Daisy? Sorry if I've got that wrong. Had a pet rat called Fluffy. Oh, please do not shout rats or cats. Don't shout rats or cats because Julie's cats are going crazy. Putting the baby to bed. That's a bit early, isn't it? At 4:10. But thank you for joining us. Paulette, thank you. Sorry, getting mixed up with my names. I shall remember that for next time. I may even write that down, Paulette. Oh, Jenny Harris, hello to you too. Lisa Fenn is a CAT lady. Not saying the word because it winds people's dogs up. Let's say I imagine. Yeah, I just love rats. They're so cute. I know they're very clever. I just love them. Oh, Annette, hoping you're okay. 2 cats, 4 dogs, 27. Hang on a minute, 27 parrots. I adore parrots, but aren't they a bit messy? Can you house train a parrot? 27. You must have a very crazy noisy house. I didn't know you had parrots. You never said that. You never disclosed that one before, you dark horse. A gynecological procedure. Oh, Annette, what are we talking about there? I've missed that one somewhere. Ooh, Thatcher. That's a good name for a dog. Oh. Meow, meow, cream Debbie. Oh, no, Alison. Not a lover of cats, says Mary. Started from the time a tomcat went into the bottom of her parents' wardrobe and wet all the blankets. Yes, they do. Yeah, they can do that, can't they? Yes, they do what they want, cats do. 8 dogs and 1 cat, says Anne. Whoa! I'd love 8 dogs and 1 cat. I'd love 18 dogs and 18 cats. I'd love to fill the house with them. Oh, Claire rescues them and they say, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, Claire, I want to come to your place. Oh, the parrot's stuffed. I wouldn't have thought so, June, really. Caroline says my daughter used to have rats. She loved them, but her granddad didn't. The long tail made him keep it. I just think they're lovely. Oh, aren't you lot nice? Evelyn's a cat person. She's got 3. Any animal, anything really, any single blooming animal. If I had the room, would be very, very welcome. Stephanie has 1 cat, 1 dog. Her dog's a Shih Tzu and is half albino. Oh, well, that's interesting. She has only half the facial colour and 1 blue, 1 brown eye. That's unique. Claire's got a cat with orange eyes. Evelyn's, I said that, haven't I? Wow. Lisa, the kitten Bonnie learned to climb on my bed. I rolled over in the dark to see her face right in front of me. Aunt Lily stopped. I remember. Oh, this isn't really appropriate. My niece, Lorna, used to have, he only died not so long ago actually, she had oh gosh, what was he? He was kind of Shih Tzu size with black Rastafarian curly hair. I can't remember what the breed of the dog was, but I remember when she first got him as a puppy and they had him in her bed, she thought she woke up to being kissed because there was a little on her cheek. But it wasn't from the kissy end of the dog. I'm not going to say any more about that. That's 2 cats, says Maria. Melissa has 2 cats and then their world. Oh, Wendy has had chipmunks and chinchillas in the past. Never had chipmunks and chinchillas. Had rabbits and guinea pigs and chickens and peacocks and turkeys and ducks and all kinds of stuff, but I've never had those. Peggy's doing Eric and Ola. Oh, Leslie says our dog loved our pet rats and knew each one by name and they'd cuddle up with them. That's wonderful. Anyway, we're looking at fabric. So I can't remember what it's called, but have a look under the new arrivals. But this is the second half of the collection. So if you're going to go for the 1, go for the 2 because they work together so well and you've got the same cats. Now this isn't part of the collection. These are all Riley Blake as well. But the colours match really well. and it is kind of a little bit fishy. So let's move this one out of the way. Was he a pulley dog? I can't remember, Marilyn. I can't remember. It might have been. I can't remember what he was called or what breed he was. Very nasty and messy, and also talking to each other. Sylvia's used to have 13 cats and 4 dogs. Couldn't get anywhere near the fire on a cold day. Of course you couldn't. You've got cats and dogs. They're a priority, aren't they? So this one is a little fishy. It's got mermaid tails, look. Isn't that sweet? A little whale. And nice to see that in pinky colours as well. Again, brand new. Hi, Nancy. And really lovely quality as well. So that's mermaid. I can't remember what they're called. Probably mermaid tails, don't I? And then a little bit of a blender going on for you here. So who's this one? Hamel Textiles. Just a lovely, lovely blender. So it doesn't come with a collection or anything for it to go with. It's just really lovely quality. Lilac in the background and snowy white spots all over it. So that's a new one as well. Maddie the doll into a puppet, Alan. That's a good idea. If I could do that, put some thought into it. Now we've got a couple of Victoria and Albert Museum fabrics for you. I love these. The quality is so nice, and they are endorsed by the Victoria and Albert Museum. Organic cotton. We like a bit of organic. Might be a Puri then. That's what it looked like, Marilyn. And we've got just 2 in this collection at the moment. Oh no, sorry, that's V&A. This is William Morris. They just go really well together, don't they? Both William Morris. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Both in the collection together. Those are absolutely gorgeous. I really love that. Could you make Maddie an elephant dress from a fat quarter? Somebody's asked him. Can't remember. I'd say no, because it's gathered. I think you need 1/2 metre for the one on the front cover. Or did I say what the front cover was? The elephant dress that you see Maddie dressed in. I think you'd need to order 1/2 metre and have some left over, because there's also gathering going on around the chest. So I don't think I don't know. No, you'd need 1/2 metre of that, I'm afraid. Maddie is coming out apparently on the 3rd of January. And you can still pre-order if you want to. It's the Ragdoll book, and there is the pattern to make the doll. It's slightly improved actually from the original Maddie. She's got shapelier legs and arms, and she's got eyebrows this time. But all of the clothes will fit from one to another. Her feet are slightly different shape as well. And then I can't remember how many outfits that she's got, but she has her pet dog, Mo. And she's got a raincoat and pyjamas and dresses and trousers, jeans, lots of shoes, a little handbag. So loads of outfits in there as well. And none of them are the same as the Maddie outfits that we've done on Half Yard Club. So I'm not repeating anything by putting them into a book. So if you ignored the Maddie pattern in the book and you've already got it from the Half Yard Club, then you've still got all of the outfits that you can use for that as well. And it is on pre-order. Now, I'll be honest with you, if you wanted it signed, the only place you can get it signed personally is from the Debbie Shawsane website. You can order from Search Press and get your 20% discount by using DD105 as the code. If you're a Half Yard Club member, you won't get that signed. If you're a Half Yard Club member, you can get 30% discount on it, and you can pre-order that from Search Press now. They won't be signed. Create and Craft will be... Oh, no, I'm not promising, Lisa. Now I'll be in trouble. Create and Craft will be launching it. Those books will have my name in them. I will sign my name, but they won't be personally signed. So if you want them personally signed, it's got to be from me. Rosina, she's my daughter-in-law just gave me your Making Cushion Covers book. That is not in production anymore, so that's a collector's item now. You won't be able to make it. Yes, they do, Lisa. I'm not sure what size. I know I did put in the book actually because I bought Maddie some wellies, and I think they're a size 3, and they fit her perfectly. And baby socks 6 to 9 months will fit her, and tights at 6 to 9 months will fit her as well. So anyway, those are those. And finally, with new stuff are the fat quarters. So these are Victoria and Albert Museum fat quarters again. And this is a pack of 5. They've literally only just gone onto the website. So I'm not going to take them all out, but you can see what we've actually got there. So those are William Morris. We've had some of these in before. So you've got the Winterberry birds and Winterberry, can't remember what they're all called. So you may have seen the fabrics by the half metre, but now we've got those in a fat quarter for you as well. So in fact, and if you're going to, you may as well, while you're there, hadn't you? But the V&A Museum, those are brand new. We've got plenty of stock of those. We can probably get more when it sells out. These ones with the Riley Blakes, we won't be getting back again. So although they've only literally just launched on the website, that is going to be it. You won't get them any. You won't get any more of those at all. Right. What is the vest to your right? To my left is, whoops, I'm going to bring this over and show you. The pattern is on our website. Can you see that? Not quite. And I'll put a picture if that's okay, Kim, on Facebook of Vienna wearing this. In fact, do you want to do that if you're watching? Can you stick a picture on Facebook now? Because it's gorgeous, but it looks so lovely when it's actually worn. So it's a gilet. Have a look on the website for the pattern. And although it's quilted and Kim's stitched in the ditch on all of these pieces, it looks like it's all been patchwork. This is one piece of fabric from her next range, the Forest Journal. So you don't have to piece it together. So I think it's beautiful. This is my favourite out of the whole range. And I shouldn't really say that, should I? But it is, because that's one piece of fabric that's just been sewn and quilted, and she's actually bound the inside of it. She's used navy poplin and bound the inside of it as well. That's not in the instructions. She's just went off pieced a little bit as you do, and bound all the arms and the edges and put the ribbons on. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's what that is. Let's see if I can put that back without it falling over. Hold the line a moment. That worked okay. Right. Alicia, I didn't have a saddle, so she's just sitting straddled on the reindeer. That's where she is today. Lisa's going to make a Maddie for her granddaughter who's due any day now. Oh, congratulations! You haven't missed anything, Amanda, apart from looking at new fabrics. We're just sorry, love it. Oh, Eve, lovely, thank you. No, we were just chatting, really, at the moment. It would be adorable to make a gnome with long legs and arms to wrap around a tree. That's a nice idea. And Nancy, thank you for your tips about the avocado stone. I have a few drying as we speak. 1 week, you said. Grind them up and stick them in a drink. I'm doing that. Peggy Sue, my daughter, is a very talented young lady. Very talented. Hello, V in West Yorkshire. Rain forecast for 4 o'clock, but none so far. It's looking a bit murky here, to be honest. Right, one more thing to show you. And then we'll have a look at rulers. What do you think? This is a Christmas card holder, which is going to be the next project for the Half Yard Sewing Club. It does come with a video. There's no pattern pieces to print off because it's all rectangles and squares. And there's your cards, look, so they just slip into the pockets like that. Love this. And it's a way of storing your cards, depending on the size of your card. And if you double up even more, you can fit about 25 cards in there. And they don't fall off your mantel shelf. when somebody opens a window or a door. And of course, well, I'll give you the fabric requirements. This comes out on the 1st, which is it Monday? I think it might be Monday. So I'll give you all the fabric requirements to make this, but if you wanted to order a little extra, then you can make it even bigger. Because without the cards, they don't actually look like pockets, they just look like flying geese. And it just looks like a really nice wall hanging. So that's it, that's what we're going to be making. So all of your instructions and everything are coming out on the 1st of November. You need a bit of doweling, and I've just used a piece of red string to hang that up with. And I did make my own bias binding and hand sew it because I love doing that. And again, if you want to use it as a card holder, or you can put photos in there as well. I know these are birthday cards and it's all Christmassy, but I haven't got any Christmas cards yet. And they just kind of slip in there like that. And they'll take cards, let's just measure this. You can put them in the side as well. So kind of smaller cards in the side, obviously. But those pockets are, get out of here, up to 6 inches wide. So if you've got a 6-inch wide card, which is quite big when you look at it, I just slip in there like that. But again, if you wanted to double the size, you just carry on putting all of the pieces together and make more of them. But that, I think, is quite a nice size. You could even hang that on a door or something to that. Sarah says she likes it. Roll on the 1st. Now I've only used two fabrics. And it is Christmassy, but of course it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. This can be for all year round, or as I said, for your photographs. And you could use a different fabric for the border. You could use a different fabric if you wanted to for the binding as well. I don't explain that. I'll just explain how to make this actual thing that we're doing now. Hello Zainab, I hope I pronounced that right. Have a very good evening yourself in Dubai. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sandra. That's very sweet of you. I'm glad you like it. If you're not a member of the Half Yard Club yet, if you join now, this is going to be the project. Well, if you join now, you'll have 48 projects to work your way through. But this will be the very first of the new projects that comes out. We send you new projects, or we put on the website new projects on the 1st of the month. So this will be the 1st of the month with the video. And then you get another one on the 15th of the month as well. So have a look on halfyardsewingclub.com for details. And if you use the code WELCOME in capital letters, you get a month for free. And thank you, Lisa. Where I order the Maddie book. Irene, you've got 3 ways, depends how you want it. You can order on the website, it's there, you can pre-order. So you pay now, you get it when it comes out, which should be early January. And I can sign that for you, Irene. And you could order via the Half Yard Club. If you click on the link on the Half Yard Club, it'll take you to the Search Press website, and then you get 30% off. They're not signed. You can order it on Amazon. They're not signed. I don't know if they're discounted, but they are available on Amazon. Thank you, Lisa. Or you can wait for Create and Craft. We're not going to sell out for a few weeks after it's launched. There's going to be plenty of stock. They order thousands of them when they first come in. Sarah, yes, these are on the website. So yeah, you can order it anywhere. Depends if you want it signing or not. The best deal, Irene, is to go to the Half Yard Club website and click on the link there, and then you'll get 30% off. But it won't be signed. Depends if you want it signed or not. These fabrics, Sarah, are My Gingerbread People, and I'm not sure what this is called. This isn't one of mine. It's Rocking Horses. But yes, they are on the website. Oh, Laura's renewed a Half Yard Sewing Club membership today. Welcome back for another year. Thank you, Laura. Anyway, I was looking at your card holding, either your winter book or Christmas book, can't remember now. No, I haven't done one before, Sylvia. There was a similar one in one of the magazines we did years ago that Melissa did, but it's very slightly different. Are you going to write a Maddie storybook? No, it's a Maddie Patterns, Nancy. So it's the pattern and the instructions to make the doll, and then she's got outfits. I can't remember how many outfits off the top of my head to go with it. Have we got pictures on the website? Let's have a look. Where are we? We haven't done any cutting yet, have we? I wasn't going to be very long today. I've got the kids baking in the kitchen. Not unsupervised, of course. Let's have a look. So I'm just moving you from one screen to another, and my PC is going, I'm not going anywhere. Right, so that's that. Let's move that over there. Oh, come on, hurry up. We're supposed to have an excellent broadband here. Do you get like that? It's just really slow. Whizzy circles going round. So while it's waiting, Nancy, yeah, you get the pattern for the doll, which you've already got. And let's just put Maddie into the search bar. Oh no, you don't want that. And then she's got lots of outfits as well, but they are different to the ones on the Half Yard Club. I think that's, oh come on, that's short, surely. I'll show you what I'm doing, because that must be quite frustrating. Oh gosh, even that's slow. Sit and twiddle your thumbs a bit. Are we there yet? Frozen on my screen. So that's the cover. Oh, we have got some pictures. So that's the little dress that somebody was asking about. No, not from Two Fat Quarters. That's Mo, her mate. And these are some of the outfits. That's my granddaughter Beatrix. She's 7, just to show you how big the doll is. She's a huge doll. So she's got different styles of dresses and shoes. That's a little coat. It could be a raincoat. She's got shorts. She's got a t-shirt. She's a very relaxed kind of gal. Look, with her. I don't tell her how to make sunglasses. And then when she's baking, we've got the t-shirt and the jeans and the apron are the projects. That's her little coat. Look, isn't that sweet? And Mo's there and his collar and everything. Oh, she's got a frilly blouse. She's got her jeans on there. Oh, she's got a dressing gown and she's got pyjamas as well, and she's got pom-poms on the top of her shoes on that one, so they look a little bit more like slippers. So that's the kind of thing you're going to find in the book. Obviously there's a lot more than the few pictures that we put on the website. Are the patterns in the book, or do they print them? Oh no, they're in the book, Michelle. She made Maddie at 75% of the size, so she's a bit smaller. No, they are in the book, so you'd need to, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you make them smaller, because the patterns are actually in the book. Is the Half Yard Club a monthly subscription, or can I just order what I want? It's a monthly subscription at £5.99 a month, but you can opt out whenever you want to. So if you want to jump in there for a month, that's fine. You have to opt out, and you can do that when you go to your account, and you can manage that yourself from the account. Or you can order for a whole year, and if you order for a whole year, you save 2 months. You get 2 months free, basically, if you go for a year. Oh, Claire, renewal for the Half Yard Club is February. That'll be 3 years. Thank you. Jane bought herself a V3. What's a V3? Oh, Steph's in a sick bed. Oh, hello to you. Oh, Nancy says her son's going to make some wooden furniture for Maddie. I did buy the deck chair is an American Girl deck chair. It's quite expensive to get them shipped over here from America, but she's a little bit bigger than American Girl, only by about 1 inch or 2 inches or so. So I think most of the furniture, it's expensive, isn't it? But most of the furniture for American Girl should fit Maddie as well. The membership, Marla, is for my Half Yard Sewing Club. It's a subscription website, and yeah, it's £5.99 a month, and you get 2 projects a month and a block of the month and lots of hints and tips and videos and interaction and all that kind of thing. So have a look on halfyardsewingclub.com and you'll be able to have an overview of what it's like. We're not making stuff, Andrea, today. We were going to talk Rotary Cutters, Rulers and Mats, but I haven't got around to it yet, so I've just been too busy chatting. Going for a V3, but they had a deal on a V5. What's a V3 and a V5? I'm intrigued. If you're talking sewing machines, I need a new one. So I love your recommendations. I want something fast, heavy, industrial. I'm thinking a straight stitch machine, to be honest, because that's the stitch that I use more than anything. We have thunder and lightning working done. Oh dear. Thank you, Brenda. She says it's worth every penny in the club. A Brother V3. Oh, embroidery machine. Sorry, no, I don't want an embroidery machine. I want a very fast sewing machine, if you don't mind. Of industrial level is what I want. Nancy says in capital letters, you will never regret joining the Half Yard Sewing Club. Thank you, Nancy. And it's worldwide as well. You can join from all over the place. It's Half Yard Club Day on Saturday. On Facebook and YouTube, we're going to do the sew along, which is that little round pouch behind me there. So that should be on your newsletter, or you should have had a notification on a Juki Q2010. I'll have a look at that. I quite fancy a Juki. Rotary cutters, rulers and mats. Let me know what you want. We have done a live talking about cutting bias binding. I think we did see it. I mean, maybe you didn't see it. And I think we did 60 and 30 degrees angles. So I don't know exactly what I need to show you. A faff expression. Okey-doke. Right. So I don't know if it's still there, but we only had one of these left. I'm presuming it's gone now. I like Olfa. I haven't used an awful lot of other brands. The pink one that I've got here, we've got pink and blue, I think, on the website. It's Olfa. It's self-healing. I don't know so much about this self-healing on any of these mats that say they're self-healing, but they do last a long time. They've got a core in the centre and they're really, really lovely quality. So personally, I use Olfa mats, I use an Olfa cutter, and I use Olfa rulers. So let's have a look at this mat to start with. We've got inches on the one side and centimetres on the other. I tend to use inches, so that's what I do. Where to cut for those who are left-handed? Just everything opposite, Stephanie. With the rotary cutter that I use, you can take the blade off and put it on the other side. And I don't think there's anything different really about where you cut. How do you... The mats that have circles... Do you know, Laura, do you know? I don't know. Mats that have circles on them, I don't really understand, because you put fabric over the top of them so you can't see the mat. I don't understand the mats with circles. If anybody has a mat with circles and knows how to use it, then please do come along and let us know. I don't know. Don't get that. Olfa rotary cutter since the 80s. Oh, really, Leslie? I've must have had this for years, but not since the 80s. It is a little bit, well, it needs cleaning, you know, and always lock it. So let's talk about your rotary cutter first of all. There's many different styles, designs. I don't have lots to show you because I don't use lots of them. I use this one. Rosina, I've never used a Stripology ruler. No, I'm afraid I haven't. With this one, the blade sits on the left-hand side because I'm right-handed, and if you're left-handed, you swap it over and you sit it in here. No matter which rotary cutter you go for, make sure it has a lock. These blades are so blooming sharp. Seriously, so sharp. You've only got to touch that and you're bleeding. They're dreadful in that respect. They're very good for cutting, but they're dreadful for that respect. So always make sure that when you've finished using it, you lock it so you can't accidentally drop it and it falls on your foot because you'll have your toe off. Okay. I like this one because the blade comes out when you squeeze it. Some of them, the blades are out all the time. Or I think the one, I'm not going to take it out, but the one that's on here, you slide the guard back and it exposes the blade around the edge. So all, you know, different, every one of them's fine. Doesn't matter whether it's a Fiskars or whatever kind of thing you're going for, they're all absolutely fine. This is just what I'm used to using. Now they do have on the blade, I've never used this to be honest, let me know if you have. You've got numbers around the edge, so I'm just waiting for that to focus a little bit. So actually on the blade itself they do have numbers, and that's a way of measuring circumferences as you're or measuring as you're using it. But I've never used that, to be honest. Don't use that. You can get different sizes of these. So the most used one across the board is the 45mm. You can get 28mm, which is about the size in the centre, and I also use a 60mm if I'm cutting through thicker fabric or larger pieces of fabric if I'm curtaining, using curtains or something like that. Fiona says I need to know all about rotary cutters and rulers, everything, she says. I don't have a rotating cutting mat, Alan, but they are a brilliant idea, absolutely. Do you all I don't all my rotary cutter, no. I missed who that was from about the sharpeners. I haven't actually used a sharpener. To be honest, I don't use these until they go blunt. I tend to use them until I hit a pin or a bit of glue, and then they're damaged anyway, so I don't think a sharpener is going to work with that. So, anyway, talking of that, although it's a very sharp blade and it's a very strong blade, it is quite delicate. So if you have a pin on your mat and you run the cutter over it, you'll take a chunk out of the blade. You won't be able to use it because it'll be like perforating your fabric. So every time you roll over the fabric, you're going to have a bit that's not cut. So just be careful of that. But I would always have spares in your sewing stash, a spare blade. So if you do hit one, then you can just replace it straight away. So that's basically your rotary cutter. The way you're going to use this is, I've just opened it, get into a good habit of switching it off. So you'll use it, you can use it freehand. And if I'm dressmaking, and Kim's the same, Kim does a lot more dressmaking than I do, we find it a lot easier to cut out with a rotary cutter than to cut out with scissors. And the reason being, if I show you here, if I'm going to cut with a pair of scissors, I'm lifting the fabric up. So if I've got a pattern I want to cut out exactly, it's not, I'm not cutting completely flat. You can't do it with a pair of scissors because you've got to have a blade underneath the fabric as well as on the top of the fabric. So with a rotary cutter, you can keep that as flat as you like and then just cut out really easily like that. But it does take a little bit of practice. It's like drawing freehand. You need to be quite accurate with it. If you are using a dressmaking pattern, I suggest you go for the 28mm rotary cutter. Again, doesn't matter what brand, I'd go for that one because then you can go around the curves and circles and armholes and things like that a lot more accurately, like you would do with a smaller pair of scissors than a bigger pair of scissors. But if you're using a rotary cutter, you're going to need a mat. This is an A3 mat. This is the biggest one that we do on the website purely because of the postage costs. Personally, I use I think it's 36 inches, but go for the biggest mat for the biggest space that you can possibly get, because that's fine. I've got a little A4 mat which is inside my ironing folder thing, which is okay for smaller pieces. This is all right for cutting things like bias banding because you can fold your fabric onto it so you can make it smaller. But ideally, if you're going to be doing a lot of cutting, go for bigger. Go for as big as the space that you've got. Now with your mat, never store it standing up because it will warp, and you can get it back again. You can soak it in a warm bath and lay it on a flat surface. They take ages to go back flat again. So wherever you're storing it, either hang it up or lay it flat. That's really important. To clean your mat, lots of different ways of doing it. Again, soaking in warm water is a good one. If you have a scouring pad, then you can just rub that over the areas, because if you're cutting through things like wadding or felt, your blade can push the fibres into the mat, so it's important to get them out. Generally, day to day, a baby wipe is going to be absolutely fine to do that. The next thing is your ruler, and I have got my ruler back. Okay, yes, thank you. Daughter stole it. I did go quite in depth with rulers a few weeks ago, so maybe we won't go into that too much now. I like a frosted ruler. I like my Alpha ruler because it doesn't matter what colour I'm placing this over, I can see the marks. So if I'm placing it over a pale fabric, I can see the black lines. Some rulers will have black and a paler colour, which I haven't got here. But basically, although it's just black lines on here, which is more accurate, I think, than having, you know, green or yellow or pink or whatever as well as, so you just see the black lines. When you go into a darker fabric, it's frosted. So that doesn't look too good though, but if I come up a bit closer, so I can still see the black lines. And I like that. I find it a lot easier and a lot more accurate just using a frosted ruler like that. So that's what I like to use. I like a 45-degree angle. because I use this a lot for cutting on the bias. I use a 45-degree angle for sewing on the bias, for cross-hatching, for quilting, but you do have a 60-degree angle. You can make in 60-degree triangles and diamonds with this, and you've got your 30-degree, which is just a flip over of the 60-degree, and you've got a 15-degree on there as well. And the markings here are in inches with 1/8 of an inch increments. You can get these in centimetres as well. Yes, I just like Olfa. Personally, I like Olfa no matter what they are. If you're only going to go for one ruler, go for a 6" by 24. Some rulers, if you're a quilter, will have an extra 1/2 inch on the end. I don't use them. I don't do too much quilting. I find that really confusing. I like to see the exact inches, and if I want to cut 6.5 inches, I'll use my mat in conjunction with my ruler. Right. So the two of these together, again on here you've got 45-degree lines, and that's it on this one, isn't it? Oh no, you've got a 60-degree there as well. I tend to just use the 45-degree lines, and again you can use these in centimetres. I'm working in inches. That's just what I like. So if I'm cutting a piece of fabric, I mean A3 is quite a good size, but this is doubled. My fabric's bigger. So if you're going to cut a piece of fabric that's on the double, if I'm going to cut a straight edge for a start with, maybe I'm cutting off a self edge, I'd use the ruler in conjunction with the mat and line up. There I'm on 15, there I'm on 15, and cut straight. However, this is on a fold, so let's do it. So let's do that. Let's line that up there, 15 and 15, and cut. So that's a nice straight line, but because I've got this on fold, you can see that's not straight. When I open it out, that's not a nice straight line. It goes into a V at the centre there. So let's fold this in half again, and it's the same on a bigger mat as well. I need to make sure that the fold here is exactly along one of those lines. So now you can see where I went wrong here, and then this side I'm going to cut straight down. I can't see the top now, so I can't figure out where that number, that's 16 now, is on here. So I'm going to use the ruler on top of the mat to match up the lines. So let's match up these going up and down like so, and then I can just bring the bottom in so I can make sure that all of the lines here are matching up with the lines on my mat. And then we can cut it, and then when we open it, I've got a perfect straight line, and I can line that up against that line to show you that's absolutely perfect. So if you've got a smaller mat and you want to make even bigger pieces of fabric, you can fold over twice. Make sure that this is perfectly flat before you do that. Lay it across that fold line here, then put my ruler on. This time I can see the top and the bottom of the line that I'm going to match up, so let's match those there and cut. So then when I open the whole thing out, I've got that perfectly straight line down the side. So again, the bigger the mat, the easier this is going to be. Some tips for when you are actually cutting. I prefer to stand up. I very rarely cut sitting down. Spread the fingers of your hand out, not too close to the edge that you're cutting, whether you're left-handed or you're right-handed. Keep the blade at a right angle to the ruler, or very slightly leaning outwards. Don't go that way. But if you keep this, oh gosh, do excuse me. If you keep this at a right angle, very slightly leaning outwards, you know that you're getting right into the side of the ruler, right just here, and then cut. Always, always, always cut away from you. These, as I said before, are very sharp. If you're going to start doing this and try and cut around, you're more likely to come back and hit your wrist or your hand. It's not even worth thinking about doing that. Always away from you. At a stretch, I may go across, away from me. Never, ever, 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 I'm insisting, never, never, never are you ever going to bring this towards you. Really dangerous to do that. Lisa, if you, yeah, oh, are they still here? They're on the zip wire. I can hear the zip wire going up and down the garden. I think that's just Vienna. So it's an incredibly quick way of cutting. It's very, very accurate, but it can be dangerous. So take your time and lots of practice while you're doing it. And be firm. So fingers away. You can get grippy things to go underneath here. You can get sprays. But again, when you cut, be firm. You don't have to do it quickly. You can really take your time. So make sure this is all lined up. And you can cut really slow. That makes you more confident. You can cut incredibly thin strips, which you would never be able to do with a pair of scissors. But just make sure that you're gripping everything. Can you hear them? I don't know how many's out there now. The neighbours have got 3 children that they sent over, and I thought they were going home at 4 o'clock. Can't quite see. Love it. Isn't that your favourite noise ever? But be firm with it. Firm with the ruler. Firm with your cutter. Be in control. Don't get all wavy and silly and wafty, because that's when things are going to go wrong. Take your time. Cut slowly. And as much pressure as you can put on there, and then you're going to get some really accurate cutting. If I'm let's do 45 degree angles really quickly, because I have done this before and I don't want to bore you. Leslie says have a table you can walk around when using a rotary cutter. That is a jolly good idea as well. Gosh, excuse me. So cutting at angles. Just really briefly, I want to cut a 45 degree angle, which is from corner to corner, because I want to make some bias binding. 2 ways I can do it. If it's a smaller piece and I've got a larger mat, I've got a 45 degree line on here. I can simply line up my fabric so that it's square, and then take my ruler and match up the line on the board. See how they work really well together, and I can cut straight across there at a 45 degree angle. And then if I wanted to make that, I'm going to turn this all the way around, if I wanted to make that into a 2-inch strip, I'm not going to use the board now. I've used the board to get the 45 degree angle. I'm now going to line my ruler up at 2 inches, and then I can cut myself a 2-inch strip of fabric. The easiest way to cut bias binding in the world is to use a ruler like this. Frog in my throat, I do apologise. It's the same. Now 60 degree angles, I wouldn't necessarily, so I'm just trying to find a pen, which I know I've got somewhere. Got everything else here, apart from a pen. However, my little box of goodies that I take to Create and Craft, I know I've got a pen in here, and I've remembered to bring it down today. So I wouldn't necessarily cut. You could at a 60 degree angle, because you can do things like cutting a 60 degree triangles and the likes. But if I wanted to do a little bit of quilting, you take the 60 degree line on your ruler and line that up with the bottom of your fabric. And then draw it. Then decide how far apart you want those lines. So let's do 2 inches again, and we'll just do a few of those. You need to whiz this round in the opposite direction and go here. I'll just do those for now. And then also on your ruler, I've got a 60 degree line going in the opposite direction, which is here. So this time I'm going to place this line on the bottom. Let's go right over here. So that's my 60 degree line against the bottom of my fabric, and draw along the edge. And then let's turn this around and do my 2 inches here, 2 inches here. And then I've got this kind of harlequin design. Lois, thank you. It is DD105 and 20% discount on the Searchpress website. So that creates a 60 degree triangle, diamond, sorry, which is a nice alternative to using squares if you're cross hatching. But also, if you're cutting these, so let's just cut along those lines that I've just made, and this one, and here we go, and then make sure those are all lined up, and then cut again and again. I've now got 60-degree diamonds that I can use for English paper piecing maybe, or tumbling blocks. I haven't quite cut whole ones out there, but that's the way that a tumbling block would work. If you're patchworking, obviously again that's not cut all the way through, but that would be a tumbling block like that. So yeah, English paper piecing, absolutely fine. And you can make these using your ruler again, a 1/4 of an inch smaller all the way around. So let's just line up my 1/4 of an inch line here now. And you could obviously do these at about 6 at a time, but you can cut that same size smaller. You wouldn't do this to all of the diamonds, you'd cut this out smaller to start with. But then you have your 60-degree diamond for your card, which goes inside your 60-degree diamond. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Inside your 60-degree diamond, so you've got your paper and then you've got your fabric to wrap around there as well. So it's really easy to, who is that, sorry, Lois says it's lovely. Gary's just come in and said, is this okay? Because they're really noisy. No, of course it's okay. We love the sound of chuckling kids. Right, so that's that. What else can I help you with? A rotating mat is useful. Yeah, somebody said earlier on, she knows, maybe a table that you can walk around if you're using bigger items would be helpful. Smaller items on a rotating cutting mat would be absolutely ideal. Oh, thank you, Marion. I must do a dedicated tutorial. I don't know if I've done one actually, just on using rotary cutters, rulers and mats. I wouldn't be without one. Seriously, even like I said, the mat's probably the most important one, because you can use the cutter without the ruler, but you can't use a cutter without a mat. But even if you're, if you're freehand cutting, you can cut some quite intricate shapes and designs as well. That may be something that you want to practice a little bit. See, that's my blade going blunt. Just to get used to it. But I think a firm hand is the most important thing. Don't think, oh, I need to do lots and lots of cuts. Look, I'm just not going to get through. If I'm being all wimpy, lily-wristed, as somebody once said it was, you're not going to cut through it. You need to be firm, hold it down, and just be in control. Don't get a Dura Edge. Don't know what that is. Dura Edge rotating mat I got last month, and when I got it home, the spindle was now. Oh dear. Yes, Claire. I mean, you can cut directly onto a table, but you will cut directly into your table as well. Always remember to lock them. It's a good habit. You finish cutting, you lock. And again, some will have sliding bars over them, some will have a button on them, but just make sure, don't buy one that doesn't lock. You will have your toes off. My mum's pinking shears, what's the best way to clean and sharpen? Brenda, I've never tried it, but the only way that I've heard to sharpen pinking shears is to cut through tin foil, baking foil. I think other than that, I would take them to a professional sharpener, but apparently all cutting through sandpaper apparently will work, but I haven't actually tried that. June can't walk all the way around the dining table and the husband's not keen on the mess. I'm sure he goes out at some point, June, I'm sure he does. Faith says that was brilliant. I've struggled with the rotary cutter but now understand how to use it. Nancy said would appreciate a demo sometime on making something with the wavy cut. What, just doing that? That kind of. Oh, I have something with a wavy cut. Let me see if I can just find it on YouTube. Hang on a minute. It was a cushion cover. We did one for the Half Yard Club as well. I'm sure it's on there. No, Peggy Sue, no rotary cutters in conjunction with gin. I've never used a pinking blade. I've seen them, but I don't I haven't seen one that's an actual zigzag. They look wavy to me, so I've always been a little bit uncertain of those. Let me just see if I can get YouTube on here. Everything's going so slowly. So slowly. I might not be able to. But I'm sure what do they call it? Crazy patchwork. And it's a really nice technique because you don't have to be accurate with it. Oh, Leslie says, yes, I have. I've made it. I was going to take ages to get on there. Have a look on cushion covers and crazy patchwork on my YouTube channel. I'm sure there is one on there. Thank you, Marion. The ruler type called with curves. I haven't got a curved ruler, Marion. I didn't use a curved ruler for cutting that. I just cut the curves. So if I had a pattern, I'd literally, you know, if I had a pattern for maybe a very much smaller version, but a sleeve, crown, something like that, then I'd just follow the line by eye and draw over the top. I didn't press on hard enough though because I'm not standing up, but that's how I do. I just follow it by eye, so I haven't got a curved ruler. Did I make a box with a wavy top? Did I? That one? Lisa, I don't remember what I've made. I don't know. I don't know when I'm coming and going. Oh, Bacon, yeah, we do have them. The scallop top. Yes, Kim, thanks. A pinking blade. Yes, to me it looks round. I've never actually used it. We sell. I don't use everything that we sell. Not enough days in the week. Leslie says, love the sound of children playing. One of the things I miss so much from the first lockdown from the local schools. It's nice, isn't it? How to square up material, Meryl. I don't know if I can do this on a little thing like this. Fee, that's for you. The bigger the mat, the easier it is. You have, at each side of your fabric, you will have a selvage. This one doesn't happen to have a selvage on it anywhere, so that's obviously been chopped off. So if you have a selvage, that's going to make it easier. And your selvage is basically the bit that goes down each side of the fabric. So you'll have a selvage no matter what the fabric is. It could be jersey, toweling, faux leather, anything. And you'll have a selvage down each side. And basically when the fabric comes on the roll where it's printed and it's dyed, is the end bits of the fabric. And those are the bits that have holes in them as well, where the hooks will go through the fabric to draw it on or off the roll as it's being printed and dyed. We can have a chat about that actually. So can you see there? Little holes. Not sure if you can, but you should be able to see little holes all the way down the side. Those little holes, when you feel them, are poking upwards towards the printed side of the fabric. And that's also a way that you can... I'm getting a cup of coffee.
Coffee.
Thank you.
It's hot.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Noisy out there, is it?
It's lovely. People are commenting on how nice it is to hear the kids.
They're going to come in and see what you're doing in there.
Oh, are they? Right. If you don't know which is the right or the wrong side of your fabric, if you feel those holes, the right side is the way that you can feel them. That's the holes poking up, and that's because the hooks, which are called tender hooks, go from the back of the fabric to the front and through the fabric, and they perforate it going upwards. So you can tell by just running your fingers along there which is the right and the wrong side. So if you have a selvage, then you have the edge of the fabric and the opposite edge of the fabric, and you know which way that's going to be. So this is the selvage here, and that should be exactly straight. But we never use that because sometimes it's a tighter weave than the rest of the fabric. So always cut your selvage off. But if you need to measure or if you need to square it off, then that's a good way of knowing that it's square. So if you wanted to fold your... so the holes are not braille for none. No, Lisa, don't be silly. So let's fold that in half. So this could be a much bigger piece of fabric. But if I know the selvages are lined up and they're together, then this fold is going to be straight. If I've got a much bigger piece of fabric, keep folding the selvage so they're all straight and next to each other. Are you going to come and say hello? Do you want to come and say hello? Like, come in here. Come in. Didn't think you'd still be here. Okay, so these are all of my ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to say hello and what your name is.
Hello, my name's Lydia. Hello, my name's Esther.
And has everybody else disappeared?
Everybody else is
Has everyone else gone?
They're doing much more interesting
Come
things.
on, say hello. We'll have to move up a little bit, won't we? I need a wide angle, Gary. Let me just move that out of the way. Okay. So, hello, and what's your name is?
My name's Talitha.
And you've got to come right round here, else I can't see you. Right. Hello, and what's your name?
You know my name.
I do know your name.
Tell it to the camera.
To the camera there, can you say your name?
Vienna Ray.
Vienna Ray. And what have you all been doing today?
We were making cakes.
Yeah. Have you saved some for me?
We made a lot of cakes. I made 5.
5? So is that 5, 10, 15, 20 cakes you've made altogether?
No, I made 2. I made 3.
Have you?
And they were teaching me how to make cakes.
You're teaching Gary as well. And you're playing on the zip wire.
Yes.
Who's going the highest and the fastest?
She is.
You! And who sews?
I sew sometimes. Yeah. I raced them when one person was on the zip line, and then I was on the zip line, then I raced them.
Did you? They're very noisy out there. Everyone's been saying it, how nice it is to hear you laughing. Off you go then. Thank you.
Get back on it.
More laughing, please. We like the sound of it. Okay, sweetie. Bye. Those little girls are so sweet. They're so polite. They're so well behaved. They're just lovely. It's a pleasure to have them over here. Oh, I know Lisa. She's 5 years old, going on 30. That one. They're just wonderful. It's so those are our neighbours that live across that way, and they also, whenever Vienna comes, which isn't often enough, just send her over and she can come over and play. But Gary's had them all over here baking today. Go on, see the cake. Honestly, it was. I think he was a bit nervous about baking with the kids, so we had a trial run with Vienna yesterday, and trying to put icing on muffins didn't really quite work. So you need cupcakes. So we went out today, I don't know into here, and bought some cupcake mix. With icing that was as solid as a rock, and they put this icing block in some some icing sugar, and then got a whisk just as I walked into the kitchen. I said, you can't just put a whisk in that, it'll just go straight on top of this block of icing, and then all the icing sugar will flick out all over the place. I don't know what they did then. So I can't wait to go back in and see what's for tea tonight. Anyway, so what we were talking about, fabric, right and wrong ways. So yeah, if you've got a small space but you've got a big piece of fabric that you want to keep square, you're going to have to fold it, and just make sure, as I said previously, that when you do fold, they're so confident as well, aren't they? It's exactly square to your mat. If you don't have a mat, and maybe it's pair of curtains that you're making, do you have a wooden floor that has straight lines on the planks? Have you got tiles in the conservatory that has straight lines in between the tiles? So you can use other things apart from a mat if you've got larger things that you need to cut. Lisa's baking cookies with Rue this weekend. May not be on the live. There's more important things, Lisa, than a live stream, like cooking cookies, baking cookies. They are, Helen, they're beautiful girls. There's a pleasure to have them over here. The noisier the better. Another thing I wanted to show you, if you don't have any selvages on your fabric and you're not sure which way around it goes, listen to it. Can you hear that? I hope that's going to be loud enough on my microphone. There's a higher noise on the warp than it is on the weft. It's a little bit higher pitch, so you can tell which way round it's going to be. And ultimately, if you want to cut a fabric straight and you don't have any of those tools and you can't tell the difference between the noises, then look very closely at the weave on the fabric and you should be able to see which way it goes. Sometimes, particularly with curtains, it's really important to cut straight. So warp and weft. Warp goes that way, weft goes left to right. That's your warp and the weft, and it's really important to cut it square, because if you're cutting it slightly off, your fabric won't hang properly. So you might find with a dress it kind of scoops to one side slightly, and you don't understand why. A friend of mine actually bought some curtains this a few years ago, and she had me over. I think they're from John Lewis's. They were quite expensive, and she says when they hang, they just go off to one side, and we couldn't figure out why this was happening, because everything just seemed very square and perfect, and we laid them all out and everything. And then when you look really closely, they hadn't been cut squarely. They were cut slightly to one side, but on a big pair of 90-inch curtains they just swept over to one side. It was really quite bizarre. So really important to know which way around your fabric is going to go. See you on Saturday, Amanda. Yes, it's a sew along. The print on the selvage always to the right. I don't know, look, I don't know. I don't know. No, it's on the left on this one, look. I think it varies from fabric to fabric, to be honest. That's up to the printing manufacturer where they want to print it. This one's on the left hand side, so on the right hand side you don't have any print at all. Let's have a look at one of the Riley Blakes and see where they do it. Never even noticed that before. Yep, that's on the left hand side as well. Maybe it is. Do you know, I shall ask the question. That's a jolly good question. Don't know. Hello, Leanna. I forgot you was on. I should be off now. It's 5:10, and I was going to be very quick because I've got a load of work to do. I said to Kim when I came down there, it won't be long. We're only going to talk about rulers, and we talked about it before, so it shan't be too long. See you in a minute, I said. What else have we got? Sorry, good. Oh, Amanda's going. Yep. Love baking with my grandchildren. I know. I love it too. Did I miss the live? Donna, you've just caught us at the end. I'm just going now. It's about time I did. Thank you, Linda. Going to make soup for my crawly runners. Oh, the zip wire, Lisa, is I can't show you. I don't know how to get the video on there. We've got quite a long garden, and we've got trees at each end, so we've actually chopped down some of the trees looking over the neighbours on this side, and it comes from all the way down at the house and all the way down to the garden, and it's great for the kids, perfect for kids. Adults, you're going to scrape your bum on the lawn as you land. So no, I don't go on that. I did it once, and that was it. Grazed a bottom, so I'm not doing that again. But for the kids, absolutely fine. So anyway, Saturday, if you want to have I'm whizzing backwards, could get up, can't be bothered. On Saturday is a sew along. So if you haven't seen before, this is what we're going to be making. If you're a member of the Half Yard Club, you should have had this in your newsletter. If you haven't had a newsletter, the newsletter will now be on the homepage, so you can take a look. So all of the measurements and everything that you need will be there. It's got a round bottom look, so it's a little bit different, but it's a nice fat round drawstring bag. So that's going to be quite a quick make on Saturday. If you have a look at my Facebook page, did I put it on mine? Certainly on the Half Yard Club Facebook page, all of the measurements and the ingredients and the cutting instructions and everything that you need to have a sew along will be on there as well. And I did message everybody on YouTube as well, but you don't always get the messages on there. Can't do anything about that, but most of you should do. Megan won't be here Saturday, but you can watch them anytime. Right, let's just pop over here. Now Sunday I'm going to be on Create and Craft on at 7 o'clock in the morning with Kim's Fabric live. So launching the brand new range of fabric, which we do have on pre-order. I'm not sure if we've still got 5 quarters left, but have a look on the website. We have it on pre-order, and the pre-order should actually be going out this week, which is rather exciting. And later on, at 11 o'clock on Sunday, we're going to be launching. Oh, I should have shown you the bags. No, got nothing here. We'll be launching some new bags, bag kits with plaited handles. They're really nice, and a brand new fabric panel that we've designed specially for you, and there's 3 colour options, and I haven't actually got them yet, so I'm just hoping everything arrives in time, but that should be with you on they'll sell out on Create and Craft. I don't think we'll get those on the website, but the kits will be there at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning on Create and Craft. So I will post pictures when I get some, and let you see what those are. I might, because it's half yard, I might pop up on Saturday afternoon and give you a quick preview. I might not, but I might do. Steph, thank you. Hope to do well enough for the new so long on Saturday. Oh, I hope so, Steph. If you can, pop along anyway, even if you don't keep up with us. Elizabeth says, keep door blazing an old rotary cutter for using on paper. That's a good idea, Elizabeth, unless you've got big chips in them. Lisa's off to video call her granddaughter. Oh, lovely. I shall see you next week. Not Saturday, but I shall see you next week. See you Saturday. I can never cut with a rotary cutter. It goes skew whiff. Pressure. Keep firm and keep in control, Helen, and you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, that's gone silent out there. I'm going to see what the kids are doing. I am no doubt going to be eating chocolate cupcakes with lots of icing on top. But you have to do it, don't you? So I shall see you again on Saturday morning for the Sew Along at 11 o'clock. Otherwise, Create and Craft at 7 in the morning and 11 o'clock. Otherwise, I'll be here again next Wednesday at 4. Thank you for joining me. Take care of yourself. I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.